They knew it would be too well guarded at the station, so they decided it would make an unscheduled stop just outside Leighton Buzzard. The 16 villains would pose as an army convoy led by the Phantom Major, a certain Bruce Reynolds.
It was a beautiful, beautiful moonlight night. You've got to remember it was August, and it was the best of the August English weather, and everyone was sort of a little bit apprehensive, but I mean really, really pleased that actually it was going to go ahead. We left the farm in convoy, 2 Land Rovers and a 3-ton lorry. Arriving approximately 1:30 in the scene of the crime, we split up. I took up my position further up the track. My job was to identify the train. I'd been down on the track. I could actually hear the humming. Naturally, I wanted to do this because Lawrence of Arabia used to do this when he was raiding.
Behind the loco were 2 high-value package coaches. The other 10 carriages were the travelling post office, with 75 people working in them.
I gave the signal on my radio.
This is it. This is it. This is it. Confirm, confirm, confirm.
Roger Caldray, the firm's signalling expert, had covered the green light with a glove. Now he connected a battery to the red light.
As it approached the signals at Sears Crossing, it stopped. With that, I picked up Paddy from the ball signal and drove down directly opposite the train.
The gang attacked the train. They captured the driver's mate, but someone went too far and cost the driver, Jack Mills, over the head. He was injured.
We watched and listened as we heard the clanking as the train was uncoupled.
But the firm's driver couldn't get the train moving, so Mills had to be revived and forced to drive the train.
We waited and waited, and it seemed an eternity. Then gradually, almost imperceptibly, the loco with the high-value package coaches pulled away in the direction of Britigo Bridge. Everyone was swarming all over the cab and shouting various contradictory commands. Well, stop, a bit further, no. And the train stopped at Britigo Bridge. From there, Charlie Wilson smashed open the TPO security windows, dived through, opened up the rest of the doors, and the rest of the team followed through. Apparently inside there were 5 senior post office workers who promptly, in the face of such force, lay down on the floor with complete surrender. And with that, the unloading began.
The train whack came to 5 tons.
5 tons in weight.
I remember it was a lot of work, and the guys were absolutely whacked when they carried those bags off and put them on the truck.
There was 128 bags on that train. I'd allowed approximately half an hour. That was the time limit which we thought would be adequate for us before the alarm possibly might be raised. I said, it's time to leave now. Someone said, but there's 8 bags here. I said, we haven't time for that. And we moved off into the direction of Leatherslade Farm.
Flop. A meeting of villains in order to divvy up the goodies. The cream.
Buster come in and said, it comes to 2.5 million, mate. And I said, well, how do you feel about that? And he said, I think that'd do very nice. Paddy and I then caught the Green Line bus to London, talking about what schools we should send our children to, Eton or Harrow now.
But instead of dying down, as Reynolds had expected, the heat was turned up. The robbers became a media phenomenon.
But he believed that the money was the motive. They're saying no more.
Then came the big break.
Well, the police are cock-a-hoop, and understandably so.
The police had discovered Leatherslade Farm, and although the robbers had left several days earlier, the person they'd paid to clean up had not done so. There were fingerprints everywhere.
I went immediately into hiding. I saw people falling like dominoes every day, and that's what created, to my way of thinking, the myth of the Great Train Robbery. because it was like an ongoing criminal soap opera.
After 4 years on the run, living in Mexico, France and Canada with his wife and young son, Reynolds was captured. The money had run out.
One of them said to me, "It must have been f***ing fantastic seeing all that money." I said it was f***ing fantastic when a judge said to me, "You'll go to prison for f***ing 25 years.
The sentences were huge, 20 to 30 years. A message from the Home Secretary to anyone else thinking of doing the same thing. Very little of the money was recovered. Most of it had vanished into the pockets of minders and protectors. It's an expensive business being on the run.